I'd like to thank everyone for coming to the DARE program this year. I know it's been an interesting year, but the DARE program is one of those important programs that we have for our fifth grade students, where they learn about skills, peer skills, as well as the importance of saying no to drugs. It's a program that's been around for almost 4 decades and going strong, and so we're thankful that we have Officer Zem here that has worked with our students for the past 10 weeks, and we want to congratulate and recognize our students for all of the hard work that they've done this year. So I'd like to turn it over to Officer Zem.
Really sharp in those DARE t-shirts. Yeah, so all good things come to an end, right? And that's where we're at here. We're at the end of the DARE curriculum. It's 10 lessons. Like you said, it's 37 years old. I think my math is right. Started in 1983 in Los Angeles, between Los Angeles Police Department and the school district down there. They had kind of thought that, or figured out that just drug enforcement alone wasn't quite enough. So they combined, I don't want to say forces so much, but up to that point there weren't any officers in the schools. And since then, officers have remained. The DARE program has changed over the time. I think when it started out it was like 17 weeks, now it's 10 weeks, it's 10 lessons. And sometimes I hear people that kind of question, does DARE work? You know, or you only teach them about drugs. Did we learn a lot about drugs? A little bit. Alcohol and tobacco. That's about the extent that we go into. We go into a lot more about making good choices. We go through a thing pretty much every week. It's called the DARE decision-making model. And I try to tell the kids that, I mean, we use it as far as what to make for dinner. I mean, sometimes kids are hard to please, right? So we have to wonder, like, what are we going to make this week? What are we going to make tonight? So you can use it for all kinds of things, just to help you make good decisions. The biggest part I think now that DARE's about is trying to make some connections with the kids. We do that through, they call it the DARE box. So these kids are allowed to write any question in the world as long as it's not silly. Fifth graders usually know what a silly question is, and they were very good not to give me any. I did save all those questions, if you guys didn't know. And it's not just Rosalia, this is all the schools from the fall, but all these are filled with, I had, do you breathe? I hope I breathe. I hope I continue to breathe for a while. Last year I had to ask a question about Tom Brady. I get, you know, what kind of pets do you have and how many kids do you have and all that kind of thing. This year we did have one from, I'm pretty sure it was one of you guys, about blue tackies, right? Remember who that was?
I don't remember who that was.
Was that you? I don't know if anybody here knows what the blue tacky potato chips are.
They're not.
I've only had the purple ones up until today. They're really hot. It's like nuclear fire. They're very spicy. So I thought maybe it might be good to try one. Yeah? Yeah? And I didn't bring any water, so I might be diving for the cake over there. We'll give this a try here. Are they really hot?
Uh-huh. It took me 10 minutes to make one. They're sour though.
I'm alive. I did bring, I didn't know there were so many flavors of these things. So maybe Mrs. Baker, maybe you could hand these out later on. I only took one out of that. I might just stick with just one. Actually, the purple, I think, are way hotter, but that wasn't too bad. Again, just another way to try and make some connections with these guys. Let them know that officers aren't always wearing, you know, big, bulky body armor and carrying big, scary guns and pepper spray and stuff. So We're all very approachable, and I think most of us are willing to try things like that. Yeah, so that's kind of what the DARE program is. I hope that I also give out my work cell phone number. I hope every one of you keep it. If you need something, try and look me up. I'll see what I can do. I did see we have another special guest here. If you guys don't know, Sheriff Brett Myers. It's always kind of a treat when he gets to come here. I can't always make every one of these things. Did you want to come up and
Sure, I'll come up.
say anything? He's always got very good message for the day. Usually.
I don't like wearing these masks any more than you guys, and it's kind of hard to talk through them and see. But you know what? That's life. Sometimes we have to do things that aren't easy in order to get where we want to go. My guess is everyone here wants to grow up and be successful someday and wants to be a leader, right? Sometimes when we think of leaders, we think of really important people, we think of a general, or we think of the boss or something. But you know what? The truth is every single person here can be a leader. A leader with our friends, a leader with our family. Whether you're a teacher, or you're a farmer, or you're a police officer, every single one of us can be a leader. There's a quote that says, "A leader is one who knows the way, shows the way, and goes the way." Those are the kind of people we want to follow. When we think of leaders, we think of people who have made good choices. We think of people we want to follow. And that's you guys right now. You guys are leaders. You're making those important choices that are going to get you down the road. Because I'm not always going to be the sheriff. Deputy Zim's are not always going to be the deputy who teaches, your teachers. At some point, that's you guys. At some point, you guys are making the decisions that affect us guys that are a little bit older. And we want to make sure, because we're a little selfish, we want to make sure you guys are good leaders, regardless of what you do. Even if that job is just simply being a good parent who shows the way, goes the way, and knows the way, right? There's a saying that we have on our door as we walk out of our front door in our house, and it says, "Remember who you are and the family name you bear." That's really important because sometimes we just need to remember who we are and what we stand for, right? Because you're going to have to make some difficult choices. But I think when you make the choice to not use drugs or alcohol, to not bully, and to always make good choices, I think you've already removed a huge hurdle. And I look forward to 10 years down the road, 20 years down the road, maybe seeing each one of you and each one of you kids that have been through this or are going to come through this as you grow into those positions where you become the leaders of tomorrow and you make the world a better place than what it is right now. Congratulations, and make good choices. Thanks.
Thank you, Sheriff. Like I said at the beginning, there is 10 weeks, 10 lessons. There is a workbook that we have to fill out. And then one of the bigger things near the end is the DARE essay. They all wrote a DARE essay, and they all did really good, and we were able to get 2 of them to come up and read their essay aloud at the graduation. So, Kinsey, do you want to go first? Reluctantly, yes? Okay. I can hold this if you like. Okay.
DARE is about telling yourself to say no to tobacco and cigarettes. DARE stands for Define, Assess, Respond, and Evaluate. I learned a lot about DARE and how it can teach you to say no to drugs. 3 health effects of drugs are teeth staining, mouth cancer, tooth loss. 3 health effects of smoking are bad breath, teeth yellowing, dry skin, and wrinkles. 3 signs of stress are headache, drowsiness, sweating. Ways to deal with stress are napping, reading, or eating. 5 W's of safely reporting are who, what, where, when, and why. If you see someone being bullied, tell a trusted adult or stand up for them yourself. If I see someone being bullied, I will remember to tell a trusted adult. I really like having a DARE officer and learning about drugs and tobacco and trying to stay away from it. I will use the DARE decision-making model to solve problems around my school. After 10 weeks of DARE, I know so much more about it than I did before.
See, it's not that difficult. It's pretty easy. Very good. Very well done. Alyssa, you are next. And again, I can hold this, or you can hold it, whichever you want. Okay.
Have you ever had a police officer come to your class? Well, I have, and this is what I learned. First, we learned the DARE decision-making model and what to do when there's a problem. Then we learned about the effects of tobacco and alcohol use and the possible health risks. We also learned if you drink or smoke underage, it could stop your body from growing because your body can't handle it. Then we learned how nicotine is very addictive and is put in vapes and cigarettes. Then we learned about resistance strategies and how to stop peer pressure. Next, we learned about signs of stress and how to evaluate decisions. After that, we learned about communicating effectively with different strategies when communicating, like confident, unsure, and demanding. Lastly, we learned safe ways to report bullying. After 10 weeks of lesson, I know so many more things about DARE.
Again, very good, Alyssa. It's very nice. And now, what they all work towards, which is the DARE certificate for graduating. So we'll hand those out. With Mr. McLean and Ms. Baker from them. It also has a nice little DARE ID card that comes with it. So. Where do you want to? Right here. Is that good? Yeah. Kinsey Hudkins. Gracie Hillard. Good job, nicely done. Liam Freed. Good job, Liam.
Good job, Liam.
Air high five. Samara Dickinson. Good job. And Alyssa Babb. Good job. Congratulations. Very well done. Okay, good job, guys. So if you look in your program here, the next part is presentation of letters. So this is something the deputy just started. I'm glad to continue it. I remember when my kids went through the DARE program and I got my letter from my son and my daughter. It's something nice that it's a little bit of a DARE tie-in about what they're going to do in the future. So we have them write nice letters to parents, people important to them that help take care of them, that we normally have them hand out now, but again, because of current global situations, parents and those folks can't come. So they will be taking those home to hand out to those people who they wrote those letters to. So, yeah. Samara and Gracie, I think you are to come up here. It's your turn. Yeah, you can just put it down there. It's not hard.
Okay. We would like to thank Deputy Zeng for his time in learning the DARE decision-making model fun. We have learned things in this course we will always remember. We want to give you this token of our appreciation by giving you this container of goodies. We have included Talkie chips. We are hoping you like them. They aren't as spicy as the purple pen. We even got Miss Baker to try them. She didn't hate them. Caramels blue Gatorade, as it was your favorite color. A stuffed lion to represent Darren. And finally, we got you some R2-D2 socks to help you remember us. We thank you for your time and your dedication to us in this program. We will miss you and enjoy.
Very nice. Thank you guys very much. Now I see the Dare Box questions when they ask what's your favorite color and those kinds of things. Now I see the strategy a little bit behind some of that. So, very nice. I would like to say thank you to Mr. McLean, Mrs. Baker, of course, the Roselia School District, allowing us to come up here to teach Dare. The kids are great. Like I said, all good things come to an end. So classroom work for the Dare class is over, but what doesn't end is any communication with me. Like I say, if you guys see me at a restaurant, if you guys see me at Home Depot in 10 years, please say hi. I'm getting older, so you may have to remind me, hey, I'm Samara. I was in the Roselia Dare class. You may have to do that, but I do look forward to those times maybe down the road where that might happen. Liam, come on down, buddy. I think it's your turn.
Thank you. Please join us for cake.
Okay, if you didn't hear that, he said, thank you, please join us for cake. There's a great big cake over there. It's one of those things when you don't bake it, it always tastes better. So grab a piece. I understand kids have to return to their classroom, but we roll with the rules and try not to break them. So appreciate everybody that came. Congratulations. Until next year. Oh, yes, we need to get a picture. I turned it off. There you go.